Hey everybody, it is me, Laura Lely, back with another video. Just gonna see a quick little message. What does the collective need to know right now? The Seven of Cups popped out like cray, just like whoosh, flew across, landed by the tripod, and the message started without me wanting to start it, and so I just went with it because it's like the third time it happened. But there's some illusions, and also before when I started shuffling, I saw the moon, and now I'm looking at the TV and it's on a screensaver and the moon is there. Somebody from your past wants you to live in some type of an illusion. There is Six of Cups in reverse, so somebody's being backwards. Somebody's trying to pull one over on you. Like trying to stop you from making a decision. Something to do with a decision. A bunch of other cards came out, but I am going to put them back in. Two of Wands, the Strength card. Eight of Pentacles, so two eights. Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands. A lot to do. Okay, so with the Swords, Wands, Pentacles, Knight of Cups on the bottom. We'll see what comes back out. But I'm gonna need a couple more cards to see what's going on here. But I'm just with the Seven of Cups and then the Six of Cups in reverse. These cards are flying out everywhere. Magician on the bottom. Somebody's doing some crazy shit. Somebody is doing some wild... Somebody's really passionate about doing some crazy shit. Not only are they doing crazy shit, but they're very fired up about it. But the King of Wands... Yeah. The Seven of Swords. Somebody's being sneaky AF. Like... this is icky. This message is icky. The Knight, or the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. What I just like, what's coming through is that there is somebody or a community of people, a group of people doing some type of magic bullshit. All I want to say about anybody trying to do spell work or black magic, and even if you don't think you're doing magic, when you're thinking bad thoughts or when you compare or judge or be jealous, those thoughts create energy, and that energy has to go somewhere. So that's how those energies get sent to people. So even whether you know it or not, but now that you know, because I told you, your thoughts do become things. Stop doing that shit, because you're only creating karma for yourself. What goes around comes around, bro. Like, what you put out, you get back, okay? For every action, there is an equal or greater reaction, right? So that energy's got to go somewhere. So think positive. That's why it's so important to just try to keep your mind right. Even if there's shitty shit going on, then just take no thought, as Jesus said, right? Like, you don't have to spend your time and your precious energy worrying and thinking about people that you don't like. Just instead think about things like, when you think of things in gratitude, like, I am so grateful for my beautiful home. I am so grateful for my, say you are manifesting a new car or a new place to live or an oasis away from everyone. A place just to call your own, or like a space that is safe. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. What I'm saying is, thoughts are really important, and your intention behind those thoughts is even more important. So try to stay positive. But what I'm seeing is somebody is trying to come between a king and a queen that are of wands, like a fiery relationship coming together. Sagittarius, Leo maybe, Aquarius I'm hearing. What can we get some more? Let me just see what else is happening here, because this is just that little bit of cards to say that. The King of Cups with the 7 and the 6 of Cups, so that's a lot of water, that's a lot of emotions. Maybe you don't understand how strong when you have emotion with those thoughts. It's really important. That's why it's so important to know thyself and to know what is going on up in here. Because if you're not aware, then somebody else is, or the dark side is thinking these thoughts through you so that you can create more karma for yourself. Because the devil loves karma. Darkness loves keeping people in a vicious cycle of sadness or in a vicious cycle of judgment or envy or any of the things. And it's really important for us to, Page of Wands, it's really important for us to be aware of our thoughts and just to understand what energy is going on, what energy we're putting out there, because that which we put out, we are calling back into ourselves. When we keep it positive, better, more positive things can happen. But when you're always judging people, when you're always talking about what you have or they have, or comparing, like, that is the thief of joy. And it is also a root of, like, just be happy for everyone, because that just means if somebody else has something that you want, that's already in your energy field, that the chances of you getting it is also available to you when you have the right mindset. Mindset is everything. Attitude is everything. So there is a cycle closing out. Maybe the cycle is on the way you've been thinking, and maybe you've been having thoughts about your past, the way people were tricking you or trying to be sneaky and conniving in your past. And somehow it has to do with, like, I don't know, a relationship you were in or a relationship you were going after, but you didn't pursue it because people were trying to put illusions in your mind about what happened in your past relationships and why it would not be a good thing for you to be with so-and-so or whatever that is. But you're closing the cycle on these energies by seeing through the illusion, with the moon again coming out. The moon is a card of that which we cannot see. If you can see, she's underwater here. So, like, our subconscious, that which we cannot see, but it's constantly, whether we know it or not, there's a script going on. And so that's why when you start being aware of those thoughts and you can start to kind of guide those thoughts into a higher vibration, you're going to have better experiences in your life. Wow, and victory. There is something that you're doing that is going to create 6 of Wands moment for you. You may be getting up in front of a crowd. You may already be in front of a crowd. But you are seeing through the illusions that people want to put on your path. And you're allowing... Oh my. So yeah, it really could have something to do with a relationship, with the 2 of Cups coming out here. Like, so you're ending an old relationship so that you can step into something new with somebody that you've been desiring, with the King of Wands. He's got his wand in his hand there. I'm just saying, it is a fire card. It is a card of passion, of intensity. The King of Wands knows what he wants and he goes after it. Now, remember that energy is feminine and masculine, but that doesn't mean it has to be, like, say you're a male and the person you're wanting is a female, or vice versa. Flip the roles as necessary, or if they're, whatever, however you roll, just, you know what it is. It doesn't have to be like what I'm saying this energy is. Energy is fluid, is what I'm trying to say. And that we each have masculine and feminine energy within us. And when we balance that energy, it's like the yin-yang symbol. That is a perfect balance of our energy when we are at peace with our masculine and our feminine. And we are not trying to force things to happen, but we are also open and vulnerable, and we aren't overly emotional, but we aren't overly closed off. it's a dance, baby. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. Sometimes you lead and sometimes you follow. You don't worry about what you don't know, because life's a dance and you'll learn as you go. But there's victory coming. So whatever you've been doing or what you have been desiring, yeah, I just know that kind of with the Six of Cups in reverse, maybe there's someone in your past who is not letting you let go of the past, who is trying to do something to try to tell you, like somebody's just trying to like be tricky somehow. That's the energy that's coming out here. Yeah, and this was hidden. It's like they don't want you to get your victory. But you're like, F that shit. The cycle is closed. I'm not going to live in a past that does not serve my highest good. Once you see the trick, it's kind of like that. Like once you know how the magic trick is done, it's not like it doesn't hold power like it used to. And once you see that through this illusion that somebody's been trying to cast on you to try to keep you from maybe following your heart, doing something that will bring you this victory or bring you joy, bring you success, bring you love. There may be some stalkers, Page of Swords on the bottom, just with the way the energy is going here. You may have somebody who's way too nosy about what you're doing, or you just may have some really good ideas coming in. This can be a card of many things, but with the spread that I'm getting here, it kind of seems like there may be somebody who's a little too concerned about you and what you are up to. And maybe they've been talking with a group of people about you and what you're up to and trying to get more information while you're just busy making that money, making those pentacles, making that ish grow and following your heart, because you know you have this energy, idea, this feeling that something good is coming. Let's just let's actually get a talisman, just to see if there's any other messages that want to come out that can kind of give us, what do we need to know? Actually, you know what? We're going to go with the archetype. I feel like this is going to help us a little. What does the collective need to know right now about this message? I split it on the Avenger. What is happening in Father? The Hero came out, the Prostitute came out. I'm not sure if I will post this message. I am not sure what is going on here. I need to shuffle the deck. Let's just see what's going on here. See if we can get to the bottom of this message. Thank you for surrounding us in the highest divine healing white light of creation, of protection. There's a shapeshifter. There is somebody who is skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see potential in everything, and then the shadow attribute of the shapeshifter. And the reason I said there is a shapeshifter, and I'm seeing this person in the dark, projecting any image that serves the personal agenda in that moment, because it landed on the illusion, Seven of Cups. It can also be a card of having a lot of options, the Seven of Cups. It doesn't just have to be illusions, but the reason that it's called that card is in every cup there's something different, like a snake, a dragon, a bat, a ladder. Well, in the traditional tarot, those things exist in there. Student, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to a lifelong learning. Maybe there's something that you know, something that you are like tracked at. What? Gossip. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust, and in the shadow aspect of gossip, thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information and betraying confidences. tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment is the child nature. I'm not sure now. I'm more confused. Slave and beggar. It's like somebody is begging people to try to think some specific way about you. Your mother, maybe, potentially. Somebody's an addict. And the student's on the bottom again, and companion. Yeah, there is something like, there's a relationship here that is supposed to be coming into union, and there have been people trying to block it. And there's information, like, so when this union comes together, there's going to be information that is coming through these two people that come together, preserving knowledge and information. Yeah, because there's a companion came out with scribe. Like, these two people, when they get together, are going to write a new script. And again, we had, where did it go? The king and the queen. Yeah. Okay, so the companion, when you are joining forces with this person, you will be a storyteller, and you will have many students. You will be telling a story. Maybe it will be your story, but you will be networking, and you will be bringing this information forward. And it's like somebody has, what I'm gathering, mediator, a gift for negotiating fairness, strategy, personal and professional life, and respect for both sides of the argument. And then the shadow attribute of the negotiator is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. There is somebody who has been trying to negotiate you out of your destiny, is what I am gathering from this reading. And what your destiny is being in a relationship with somebody, or in a partnership with somebody, and creating something for the world that will be of high honor, will be victorious. And wow. And you have to free yourself from others' destructive impulses. You know who you are. You know who you are. Whoever this message is for, you know who you are. Because you realize these lower energies that are like demons in your life, and you are going to free yourself and others of destructive impulses with this energy, with this story, with whatever this is that you're bringing forward. And it could be like royalty, because there's the king card also here. Or what I'm gathering from this card in its shadow side is whoever this is that is trying to block this relationship, or block whatever this union is, has excessive feelings of entitlement, maybe over you. They feel like they own you, they own your life, they own your path. They fear facing their own demons, and so they want your light, they need your light. But you're here to be a hero. That's come out again. You have a passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and your journey is going to empower others to also rescue themselves, in a sense. And what you have been doing to this point is serving others with a free and loving heart, and having no expectations, because you knew that was your guidance. And you're a lover, not a fighter. You have a great passion and devotion and unbridled appreciation of someone or something. You do have a lover coming in, and you will be, look at, even the knight came up. Loyal, romance, chivalry, a love of honor, a king even, because the king is here still. So you are definitely coming. There is a big union. This is big, because let's just get, now we're going to get a talisman. intuition. I cut it on the intuition. So what I'm saying, it just feels, it's like I can't unsee the message. I can't unsee it in my mind, especially with the scribe and with the networker coming out and the student. Like, yeah, defend this relationship. I'm hearing it, defend till the end. Because it's like this relationship is going to bring out creativity in both of you. Both people are going to play a part in bringing forward knowledge and information. And this has been concealed for a very long time. This relationship, this creativity. What flipped out and flipped backwards? First, you have to overcome any fear that you are holding onto or that somebody is trying to project onto you. It's not your fear. Usually when you can finally start like taking the layers of this fear off and go, wait, what am I worried about? Whose fear is this? This isn't my fear. This is somebody else's fear. Yeah, learn the truth. When you learn whose fear it is, that it was never yours to begin with, then you can release it. Release the fear that is not yours. That's what's been holding you back. And then when you do that, you will find the elixir of life. When you release the fear and you step into that relationship, step into that union, and manifest this knowledge, I don't know, it's something to do with maybe an ancient past life relationship that is coming together now, that is divinely guided. It cannot be stopped. It's been being stopped. If you want to pause the video and just look at this sigil and meditate on the divine guidance card, knowing that that which is meant for you will never pass you by. And there can be times where people have gone to readers and like they think they know the destined path of this person or this couple or whatever, this union, that this partnership that is coming together, and but they don't know how God's going to make it happen. And they may have been told one way, or whatever they've been told, it really doesn't matter, because only God knows God's hour, and you will be financially secure. So whatever this is, it's because of your resilience, because you have stayed true to yourself and you have known this deep in your soul that you are here for something. And maybe you didn't know all of the parts. Maybe you didn't know that there was going to be a person or a partnership, but maybe you have had this idea. But your karmic justice is now. It's now. It is game on. This is what I'm hearing. You are finding that love, that divine union, and coming together. It's going to create like this magical power. It maybe already has. Maybe you two have already met. Good fortune on the bottom. Maybe you are also going to win the lottery. I walked into the store and I'm like, I won the Powerball. And they're like, what? And I was like, I got the Powerball number right. Just that number 17. Which 7 + 1 is an 8, and 8 is the number of abundance. Anyways, I won $4. And that just means like I'm probably going to win the Powerball. So, you have to speak that shit into existence, yo. You got to cut ties with anybody that is not serving your highest good. If you have a feeling or an inkling about somebody, you came here to lead. You didn't come here to follow. It is your destiny to be a leader. Leadership. But first you have to cut ties with that which is not following. That is not here for your highest good. Yeah, cut the ties. Let it go. Let those people, places, and things that are not serving your highest good go. And you will have a blessed day when you do that. And we were talking about the balanced emotions, the yin yang. It's like the temperance card in the tarot. Again, the resilience came up with the fox, maybe something to do with a fox. There is going to be big, big changes. Huge MFN changes coming up, because you are passionate about this new beginning and you've known it for a long time that it was coming in. This deck says Money Moves Oracle deck. Foresight is on the bottom. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. Be farsighted and alert. Direction. Do not deviate from your path. Attract a mentor if necessary, and plan where you want to be. Just like I plan on winning big. You have to make a plan, and you have to know what you're going to do with that money. You have to just say it out loud. But there's a huge transformation and a big opportunity coming in. This union may bring in a transformation, or you have transformed, which is what is bringing in this union. But either way, it's an opportunity. Change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. And opportunity, new job opportunities, change of workplace or a business trip. Change is coming just in time. And what did we get before but with divine timing? Just always know that God has the final say in all things. So when somebody is trying to tell you what it is, maybe remind them. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, okay? I mean, not to be a dick, but if you know what your heart is desiring and they're trying to tell you it's not that, then what? Power. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. Spiritual work. Open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. You are a light worker. Opportunity. Fertility. It's time to think about family, life, and children. Don't sacrifice family for your career. Transformation. We already got that one. Love affair. Be aware of a love affair at work. Beware. Love affairs at work rarely end well. I don't know who did these cards, but I've seen some multiple typos on them. Don't lose your mind. Get some rest. Public face. Alchemy. Using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets transform the situation. Yeah, I mean, when you're always doing what you're doing from a place of love and calling on God and saying that it is only God, that there is only one power, there is only one plan, and that is God's plan and God's power, then you know that only good things can come out of it. Then you don't feel like you are creating karma for yourself, because you are asking God to guide you for the highest good of yourself and the highest good of all involved. Public face. Follow your heart. Become who you want to be and earn a reputation. It's okay to be yourself. And when you start being your true authentic self, that's when you really turn your light on and you shine brighter, because you are putting off a new frequency instead of following the leader, following what everyone else is doing. Because when you do that, you're not putting anything new out there, so you're not magnetizing that which you desire to you. But when you put out your frequency, your unique frequency of love, your spark, that's when you not only call in that which you are desiring, but you are also creating a force field. What's that song? Oh, there are so many cards right here. Fertility again. On the bottom here, we've got fertility, and we have fertility here. So yeah, I guess if that's not something you're interested in, maybe, be safe. You know what I'm saying, yo? Love. Yeah, this is definitely about a union collective, so this is really exciting. Compassion. When you are grateful for that which you have and show compassion towards yourself and others, you put yourself in the vibration of manifestation again, and magnetize. Like attracts like. So when you are in a high state of goodness, you're going to bring in somebody else that's in a high state of goodness. But when you're down here, do you really want to meet somebody when you're down in the dumps? I doubt. Yeah, you really need boundaries right now. When you hear that word, you already know who's overstepping them. You already know who's trying to sway you one way or another, but nobody knows your heart but you. Nobody knows what your heart feels. Nobody can tell you what you feel is right or wrong. Empower yourself to know that truth, to know thyself. When you empower yourself, you are opening an energy for the world to be empowered. You are protected. You have psychic powers and you have protection, or you need to call on protection. You need to imagine that's a beautiful, bright, shiny, brilliant, white, golden, sacred circle of light surrounding your mind, body, heart, and soul. Unconditional love saturating your entire being, dissolving anything unlike itself. So only love lives here, only light lives here, only truth lives here. You may have animals, you may be having experiences with animals at this time, or you may be like having a new bond with an animal and feeling more inspired and confident at this time, because you know this message has already set something off. It has activated light codes within you to know that this divine union that you have been desiring is desiring you. And when you come into union with this person, you're going to be able to lighten your load, and you now two heads are better than one. 4 hands, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but like when there's 2 people doing something, it makes it easier, the task at hand. But yeah, prosperity again. Once you know the truth of who you are and the relationship or the union or the partnership that you are meant to be in, prosperity is yours. And this, again, transformation. You may be transforming your whole life, your life into something you didn't even expect. Like you thought this is the way you were supposed to be going, this is the path you were supposed to be going down, and then all of a sudden like you meet somebody and it changes everything. Your whole life changes, your whole path changes, your heart changes, your home changes, where you live changes. You have to put closure in on something in order to allow these new things to come in, because they say like out with the old, in with the new. You can't bring something new in if there's already something in that space. You may be reconciling with somebody or having closure on a reconciliation. I don't know. Healing is occurring, but also forgive those who are causing trauma, so that you can allow yourself to be open to receive the answers that you are needing. There are some answers that you require. That brings the closure, forgiveness, and justice. So, and we got karmic justice, remember? So this is a message that kind of keeps repeating, and when that happens, we know that that is the truth. All right, thank you everybody for stopping by. This was just kind of a channeled message to see what the collective needed to know right now. I just split the deck on 10 of Cups. So that is wish fulfillment. Everything you've ever wanted coming into your life now, coming into fruition now. It is yours now. Thank you everyone for watching this video, liking it, subscribing if you want to, and then hitting the notification bell, because then it tells you if I release videos. That's about it. I love you. Thank you for stopping by. Wake up and dream big, and if you build it, they will come. Mwah. Love you, mean it. Bye.